What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. And guys, today, I've been getting a lot of notification. Dima, notification sounds, please. I've been getting a lot of emails about this particular video that's on the Shade Room, which talks about a Caucasian man explains why he prefers black women over his Caucasian counterparts. Now let's stop right there. The Shade Room is owned, stop the show, it's owned by Nigerian women, okay, who only they, with their self-hatred, could put up a story like this on the Shade Room where it's big. The reason why they can do this, some normal average white guy who wants to talk about black women can get on one of the largest female gossip sites in the country because they know that those sisters want an average white guy, okay? A white guy who he gonna say he don't even feel white people like him like that. But only on the Shade Room can something like this go viral because they believe that the sisters that are on there are so thirsty for Zaddy. Let me just point that out. Cue back on the music. So a guy drops this little struggle video about why he prefers black women over his Caucasian counterparts. Now, to be fair, I mean, it's not up to me to say if his reasons are good or not, enough or not. He says that he has, better interactions with black women. He has better interactions with black people in general, okay? He feels that black women care a little bit more about him than white people, and such so on and so forth. All right. And actually, what I want to do right now, I want to play the video in which he's talking about, and then we'll come back and discuss it.
So a lot of people have been DMing me and asking me why I prefer black women. Let's break it down. If you see my account, you'll know the stuff I like to talk about. A lot of sociology. In my experience, I have better conversations about that with black women. That's because it affects them. It doesn't affect white women as much. They don't think about it. 90% of the time I see somebody really talking spicy on this app saying something I really agree with, it is a black woman. Also, black women don't have an issue with my friends. I've had multiple white girls be like, why do you hang out with so many black people? That's because black people don't ask me dumb questions like that. Also, I was a criminal for a long time. I think a lot of white girls like drug dealers because it's cool. They don't really care about you. This is just like a game for them. White women will let you self-destruct. Told a lot of my friends that. They didn't listen to me, and that's exactly what happened. Black women seem to genuinely care and want me to do better. Also, this is a little newscaster voice. It is exclusively for job interviews, court, and talking to girls when they're mad at me. So I don't feel that comfortable around white people. I feel like black people laugh with me and white people laugh at me.
All right, so you hear what he has to say. I guess, the reasoning is whatever. But my gist of this whole thing is, what I take it as, here's a white guy who feels just more comfortable with black people in general. It's not only does he like black women, he also hangs around black friends, almost exclusively from what I'm understanding, because it seems like he is the guy in the white community that people look down on. He even sounds a little bit black. All right, you can tell that he's been hanging around a lot of black people. If you really listen to him and his phonetics and how he speaks, he's still a white guy, but you can tell that he's been hanging around African Americans. Okay, now he doesn't really put down the white race to make his positions, but one thing for certain, the kind of white guys that a lot of sisters deal with are the kind of white women that black men deal with. Those white women who feel closer to the African American community. All right. Like a lot of guys, I'm in Poland, right? I'm in Poland. Poland is, one of the most whitest countries you can get to, homogeneous European countries in the world. When I see black men dealing with white women generally, they're not like the white women that are here. Okay? They're not like, and when I'm saying very European in the way that they act or think, there's always some, if you can say, mutation to their character, right? They're from Poland, but they like Afro beats or Afrobeat, or they like hip hop culture, or they really have they really like black culture. And so that's what makes that transition easier to date a black person. It's not like a black man is, dealing with a woman that just happens to date him because he's black, And it's the same case with this particular Caucasian male. Man, he is a white guy who just happens to be white, but hangs around black people. And when black women say that they want to get a Brad or a white guy, this is what they're talking about, because this is what they can achieve. Okay, and the reason why we know that this is what they achieve, because I'm gonna do a separate video on this. Chrissy, who is now, if you want to call it, pro swirl.
Oh my God!
She says we can avoid bottom shelf Brad and stay on coach simultaneously. Okay. If Chrissy has to make that video and stream it on her channel, she's only making that video because she knows that there's a problem between sisters dating bottom shelf Brads. And the bottom shelf Brad, and the first person I heard say that was Search for Huru. The bottom shelf Brads tend to be the guys who tend to be rejects in their own community, and then they feel more closer to the black community. Just like we have brothers who feel like they're rejects in the black community, and then they go to the white community. The only difference is, you talk about the guys who feel rejected in the black community that go to the white community. Typically, they're usually some of our better people, in my opinion. More educated, more academically successful, more hardworking, and they feel like those talents are more appreciated there. Whereas when I see other groups come to the black community, like let's say Cash Me Outside, they want to emulate the worst partitions of our behaviors. Not to say that this guy's doing it, but that's what I'm saying. So they want to be black for all the wrong stereotypical reasons. And at the same time, this is who sisters are bragging about. I'm going to leave you for as a black man. Like, I'm going to leave you for the white guy who acts like you. Which, can I get some laughing sound effects in the background?
No, 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 no.
I mean, it really is so bottom shelved out. It doesn't make any sense. It's actually ridiculous. It's actually quite funny. But needless to say, this is what they're talking about. All right? And average white guys can get on the Shade Room if he likes black women. Imagine that. Like, he can become famous with black people, with black women, as an average white guy saying that he likes them. Like, the self-esteem is so small. Yeah, it's really sad. It's laughable. So guys, what do you think about this? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.